Hey yo, what's going on with the viewers of the tube? Tyler here of Chico Crypto, coming to you not live, not in the studio, but out in my backyard for a candid video to start this week. Bitcoin not doing too bad at all. Bitcoin's currently breaking out. The price is currently above 22,000, and since Wednesday of last week, we've seen some bullish movements all around. Bitcoin has been slowly trucking up from 19K to where we are, 22K over the past few days. So the traditional markets, stonks, NASDAQ, S&P, Dow Jones, they are all having a pretty green day as well. So of course that is helping to push up Bitcoin. But speaking about Bitcoin and, important levels, we got to talk about the 200-week moving average. So the 200-week moving average, being above it is a long-term sign that you're in a bull trend. Being below it is a long-term sign that you're going into a downtrend. Well, about 5 weeks ago, over a month ago, Bitcoin broke under the 200-week MA for the first time in a long time, and we've been in a bearish downtrend. Well, we are getting close to the 200-week MA once again. 22.7K is the 200-week MA. So what is going to happen? Are we going to close above it and push above, signaling a bull trend, or are we going to fall flat and not jump above it? Well, I think we are going to jump above it. We will break above it because that is going to pull in a lot of suckers. A lot of suckers will see a lot of YouTubers, Twitter influencers talking about us breaking it. We're back in a bull trend, which will lead to a lot of those longs, which will get wrecked later in the week, because the title of this video says expect the unexpected in just a few days. So I want to talk about one big event that really doesn't have much to do with cryptocurrency, but has a lot to do with the global economic climate. So, later this week, in just a few days on Thursday, there's supposed to be an opening of a pipeline that was shut down for maintenance. That is the Nord Stream 1 pipeline. And it was supposed to get maintenance before the Ukraine war, but of course the Ukraine war happened, so they delayed it. But now they decided to fix it, which is shut down basically all natural gas over into Germany and other parts of Europe. Well, it is slated to have a reopening. It is going to reopen on Thursday. That's what everyone's saying in the news. But there is a possibility that Russia, who, feeds the natural gas, is going to say, nah, we don't feel like it. We're stopping it. We're going to stranglehold, Germany and parts of Europe, and lead them into a very, very cold winter. So this is a high possibility that it happens, you guys. There are rumors already circulating that Russia is going to do this. And if they decide to do it, the markets are going to get wrecked all around. Traditional markets and cryptocurrency. So there's that possibility that we have a big event, and it'll be fully unexpected because it has nothing to do with cryptocurrency or a majority of stocks. But if it does happen, it will crash the markets. But what is my overall, feeling? What is my overall, thoughts on the markets? Well, I've been saying we aren't going to be bullish for another at least month and a half, and I'm still hodling on to that. I mean, even if Russia decides to fulfill the requirements for the gas line, next week we have another event that could push the markets down. The next Fed FOMC meeting, the Federal Open Market Committee meeting, is happening, and the Fed is going to decide what they're going to do with rates. The Fed has basically said here lately that they are going to be doing 75 basis point raises. But there's a possibility that they go a little bit higher up and do 100. And the markets, I don't think, have priced that in. The markets aren't expecting that because they're expecting what the Fed has said they're going to do. but there is a possibility that they do push them up to 100. The Bank of Canada, who, you know, we usually follow suit in, last week they raised theirs by 100 basis points. So there is that possibility we get a larger than expected raise, which will hurt the markets and, in my opinion, restart another bear trend all around. But I mean, expect the unexpected, prepare for the worst, plan for the best, you know. That's all you can do in these markets. I mean, dollar cost averaging in at these prices is not a bad idea. I mean, no one's going to know the exact bottom. We may have hit it, we may have not. So just buying on a set schedule every week is one of the smartest things to do in these markets. But the next thing I want to talk about is Ethereum. And what's going on with that asset, as it pumped pretty significantly here lately, up to 1,400. It pumped higher than most altcoins in the top 100 and top 10. So what's going on with the Ether? Well, people are starting to realize that the merge is coming. Yes, the Ethereum merge is right around the corner. Slated to probably happen in September, mid-September. So people are starting to realize, oh shoot, I need to get Ethereum because it's moving to proof of stake, and that is, you know, the asset that will be validating the chain. So basically, by setting yourself up with a stack of Ethereum, you're setting yourself up with the miner of the future for Ethereum, which doesn't need maintenance and it lasts forever. So that's starting to really get into people's minds. And I got to talk about, you know, Ethereum Classic, because if you've looked at Ethereum Classic here lately, it is pumping and pumping big time. Well, that is because the merge is coming. A lot of people, I talked about this in my video last Friday. Once the miners drop out of Ethereum, there's a lot of hash power, a lot of GPU power. They're going to need a home. And a pretty good home, easy switch for them would be switching over to Ethereum Classic. So as we see the merge get closer, I have a feeling some of these proof of work chains that are able to take the GPUs from Ethereum are going to start pumping, and we're already starting to see that with ETH Classic. And I've said this was going to happen years ago, that ETH Classic would have its last hurrah, its the final run once Ethereum makes its full switch to proof of stake. But let's talk a little bit about merge coins. So there is one, you know, ETH merge coin that I've been saying is going to do well, and it is doing well here lately. That is Rocket Pool. Rocket Pool is the first decentralized pooling technology for Ethereum. So basically, a person can run a validator node with only 16 ETH, as the other 16 are sourced from the community pooled together. I mean, the fact that we had a bunch of centralized services having problems like Lido and their staked Ether, this just reinforces the fact that I think Rocket Pool is going to do extremely well moving into the next bull run. Also, we got to talk about infrastructure coins. So Pocket Network has been on a downtrend. The inflation's a little bit too high, and there's been a lot of sell pressure, but I am still extremely bullish on Pocket Network, especially as we move into ETH2 and, you know, as some of these problems with centralized services start showing their faces a little bit more. But that leads me into Chainlink. Of course, I've been bullish on Chainlink. Chainlink, I think, is one of the best buys in the top 20 coins right now, as they have staking coming and also their cross-chain interoperability, CCIP, coming very, very soon. But regarding Chainlink, I might be having a video on Satoshi and Sergey tomorrow. But also, I got to talk about the old school DeFi. Like I've been saying, look at old school DeFi projects. They're going to start surging, and they are. SNX is doing well. CRV Curve is doing extremely well. Urine hasn't picked up, I don't think, lately like Curve and SNX, but I have a feeling Urine is going to do extremely well. And then also new school DeFi. So some of these newer, you know, DeFi projects. GMX, been talking a lot about them lately. They've been doing extremely well, being in the trending coins almost daily. And then there's another one. GMX is on Arbitrum and other L1s like Avalanche, but there is Lyra actually on Optimism, who I am extremely bullish on too. Well, I appreciate you viewers tuning in for the video. Expect possibly the unexpected later this week. Russia, damn you. Cheers. I'll see you guys next time.